Welcome to another Maz Play video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be picking up where we left off with SCUM. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're picking up right where we logged off last time. So what we were doing was trying to get our gear together. We started off in this empty house after parachuting down from the drop zone. We ran all the way over to the nearest town or city, which is this one here, and now we're just going room to room trying to see if we can find some loot. So now this is probably one of the lousiest buildings to check for loot. There's not going to be any weapons. There's barely any food. And then the clothing options is very limited. Luckily, I got some jeans that at least have somewhat decent pocket size, so I can hold some small items. But I know I'm not going to find a whole lot in this building or in this town. Okay, so the whole point right now of me cutting up all these rags is just so I can make that makeshift improvised backpack. So now I can hold a lot more items as I go through searching this house. Not as good as a big backpack, but it's better than nothing. So sometimes I can get lucky in these little workshops that you find in town and find some loot other than the drill press, which you use to make more advanced stuff eventually. But for now, this workshop is not very helpful because I don't have the components needed to craft anything. Okay, so luckily we was able to shut the door in time for the zombie, even though it busted right in. But I purposely made some long spear weapons just to kind of keep the zombie away from me. One stab, it gets knocked back. I just basically step back, just kind of keep repeating till it goes down. So unfortunately, a lot of these zombies, or puppets as they call them in the game, usually have some pretty crappy loot. Most of the time the loot is very dirty or damaged. But for simple tools like screwdrivers and bobby pins and stuff like that, it's still worth picking up because you can still use those even if they're crappy or dirty. Okay, so in this case, that puppet had some body armor on it, so it's kind of hard to take it down right away. If you get lucky, though, you can get some pretty decent headshots on it if you aim right, and they'll usually go down a little bit faster. Now, he did have some kind of ballistic shield helmet on, so probably still would have took just as much time. But if you find some puppets that don't have any head armor, best to stab them in the head. Okay, so as I said earlier, this town is not really good for loot. When I do find anything that's worth putting on, like clothing that's not as damaged and has more pockets than what I'm wearing, I'm definitely going to switch to that. Because the only thing you have to worry about is if it gets too hot and then your character starts sweating. But this firefighter jacket has a lot of pockets, so that's why I went ahead and switched to that and got rid of the biker jacket. Okay, so we've been going at it for a little over 20 minutes and very disappointing run so far as expected. This town doesn't really have much of anything worth taking. I did at least get out of my prison clothes and get a pair of jeans and the firefighter's coat. So that's better than nothing. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and put a bookmark in the video. Come back and do some more scavenging. Hopefully we can find some decent loot. But as usual, I like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.